we talk about self-pleasuring, now you should ask yourself, what do we mean by self-pleasuring? Self-pleasuring is simply identifying your pleasure point. Now, what is pleasure point? Pleasure point is that area of your body or that part of your body that tingles you or excites you when you touch them. Now, I know that there are a lot of people that enjoy pleasuring themselves more than when someone pleasures them. I might be wrong, but I know that I have gotten to talk to some people that derive joy in pleasuring themselves, and you find out even after having sex with their partners, they still end up pleasuring themselves. And I know how this may feel or may sound, because I can imagine walking up to your wife and you see her, maybe you guys just finished having sexual intimacy, and then you walk up to her touching herself, or you walk up to your man kind of like touching himself. You're gonna feel like you're not good enough, right? But then there are people who believe that the only way that they can actually enjoy sex with their partner is knowing where their pleasure point is. Knowing that place is that when it's touched, they feel good, they'll feel fulfilled, they might even climax at the touch of or thought of touching themselves. Now, I do believe that it is always good as a person, whether woman or man, to know where your pleasure point is. And there are some people also who, no matter how they touch themselves, they don't feel anything till someone touches them. Just like maybe when maybe at some point you're like self-examining yourself, you're touching yourself for lumps or checking for lumps, you don't feel anything. But when someone touches you in that same spot, you see yourself shaking and you're like vibrating just by the touch of that person, touching that place. That could be your pleasure point, right? And if you're those kind of person that don't really get excited when they touch themselves, but only get excited when someone touches them, then you know that you just have to tell them to help you identify your pleasure point. Because I believe that once you know your pleasure point, sex is going to be more enjoyable for you. Because imagine a woman that knows her body, knows her pleasure point, and then you're getting down with your partner and you're so open-minded, you know how to communicate. Because I believe that communication is everything. If you are able to communicate with your partner, things are going to be very easy. Because I believe that most couples that really find it hard to express themselves or find their sex life so boring are those couples that find it hard to communicate or engage in talks that will even help improve their sex. They prefer to keep it to themselves or die in silence. But when you are open-minded, you know how to communicate, and you're able to tell your partner, I want you to touch me this place. It is going to be quite easier for your partner to know where to touch, to know where your pleasure point is. Because no one is a mind reader unless you're a mind reader. But even at that, you can't read someone's mind. You can't just by looking at the person, you already know that this is what the person wants, because what you might be thinking is not even what the person is thinking. So you have to be able to open up and communicate. So like I was saying, a woman that knows her pleasure point, is going to be very easier for her to know where her partner should touch. So take for example a woman that derives joy when her partner gives her head, or just by touching her clit, she is already aroused. You already know that this is where one of your points, like your spots, that when touched you get easily aroused. So it's going to be easy for you to tell your partner, okay, I want you to touch me here, I want you to touch me here. But someone who doesn't know their pleasure points, it's going to be very difficult for them to know that. So like I said, the art of self-pleasuring is getting to understand your body, because you have to know and understand your body first before someone else understands your body, right? So I believe that when it comes to self-pleasuring, you can decide to, maybe sometimes when you are alone, you kind of like use your hands to kind of like trace around. Maybe you can start from your boobies, use your hands and kind of like caress, try to touch your nipple, know if you're going to feel any tingling. And then you can start by going down to your, VJ, and then start to use your hand to go round the VG, touch around the clit and know if it excites you. But if at the end, after touching yourself, trying to touch those sensitive areas, and you still don't feel a thing, and the same goes for a man, maybe you can, most men I know, they'll always like, giving themselves hand job and all that, but you can also decide to know if because men, there's also men that like when their women touch their chests. Yes, it doesn't only end on the penis and balls, and also you can decide to go and use your hands and touch around your balls to know if you're going to feel a thing. Then if at the end of everything you still don't feel anything, then you can decide to tell your partner, okay, touch me here, touch me there, touch me here, touch me there. Then if by the touch of it and it excites you, that means that is your pleasure point, then you take it off from there. But self-pleasuring is also good for you to know yourself, right? So I just wanted to talk about this because I got this question from a lady who asked me this question. This is not actually the first time I'm treating something like this, but I've never said it here on my channel. But someone asked me about self-pleasuring and what I have to say, and I said, okay, I've already gotten the topic I'm going to talk about, so I decided to share it here. So my main point is self-pleasuring is good because you get to know where your pleasure point is, and once you find your pleasure point, like your pleasure spot, then I think lovemaking, or should I say intimacy or sex, is going to be quite easier and enjoyable for you and your partner. So I hope this video is helpful. It's going to be a very short video, but this is just me trying to explain what self-pleasuring and the benefits of self-pleasuring yourself. So I hope this video was helpful. I'm going to be ending this video here. So see you guys in my next video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell to get notified anytime I upload more of my videos. Bye.